The school summer holidays have started here in the UK, and if you're not worried about taking your kids out for a day out to the seaside, you're actually in the minority. In a recent survey conducted, the majority of UK parents are stressed out about affording family days out over this summer period. Almost 7 in 10 UK parents, 69%, nice, are stressed out about affording family days out over the summer holidays. This is in part caused by the ongoing cost of living crisis here in the UK, according to a new study conducted by Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles. The survey reveals that more than 3/4 of parents, 77%, would like to take their children out on excursions at least once a fortnight. But as the crunch on household expenditure continues, many are left struggling to find affordable days out. I mean, this isn't a surprise really. I mean, it's quite sad to be honest, but sadly it's not a surprise either. I mean, UK prices are just going up insanely. I mean, I'm quite lucky that I can probably do this when the weather's nice. I mean, the weather has been absolutely atrocious in the UK this summer so far. We've barely had any warm days, but when there have been some warm days at the weekend, I've personally gone out to the seaside with my son and we've had a great time. But I am struck by the prices of some things for sure. I mean, petrol's gone up recently, so diesel has also gone up too. So any trip you're doing in your car has increased as well. Things like parking's gone up a lot too. The thing that struck me the most is things like fish and chips. Fish and chips have gone up insanely high. I think we paid like nearly 20 quid for fish and chips at the seaside. I mean, it depends where you go, of course, I know things vary, but things like that are going up. And I'm not having to go at places like Chippy's here by any stretch. They're not making a profit really on them. It's just the cost of running these places has gone up exponentially. That's just my personal opinion. And obviously, yeah, cost of living crisis, of course, as well going on, which, yeah, it's not good. It's not good right now here in this country. It really isn't. A survey of over 1,000 UK parents highlights the key concerns for families today. Chief among these worries are the escalating costs of activities, which is 52%, the challenge of discovering affordable day trips at 50%, and the considerable effort requiring to plan engaging educational outings for the children, 32%. I mean, the thing is, it depends where you live, I suppose, but there are a lot of educational places where I live in West Yorkshire personally. I know a lot of people who go to places like Eureka in Halifax and places like that. You know, there's a tech museum in Leeds, I think, as well. There's a mining museum not too far from where I live as well. So there are plenty of those, and a lot of them are free too as well. But some of them aren't. Some of them are quite expensive. So it is quite tricky too. The research also indicates that 80% of UK parents opt to travel by car when embarking for a family outing. That is not surprising at all. The public transport in our country is a disgrace. It is embarrassingly bad and expensive. We have the most expensive and worst public transportation in Europe, which I don't even know how we've managed that. We invented the train. We invented a lot of things in this country, and yet here we are, being the laughing stock of the world when it comes to it. It's ridiculous how bad our public transport is. If our public transport was good, if like trains were affordable and readily available, people would get them. It's not rocket science, but yeah, things are improving slowly with that, I think, in this country, but it's going to take a long time to undo the damage of the previous government. And that's just my take personally. The research by VW Commercial Vehicles also puts the average UK family spending £93 for a single day out, amounting to upwards of £400 for the average family trip across the summer holidays, while 1 in 10, 14%, are likely to spend over £600. Again, it depends where you go. There's some incredibly expensive places in this country, and a lot of people just opt to go out of the country because it's cheaper to fly to Spain than it is to go on the train down to Cornwall or Wales or Scotland or wherever like that. You know, it's literally cheaper to fly than get a train just to somewhere else in the country. But yeah, there we go, guys. There's a full article over on the motoringchronicle.com. As always, the link to that will be in the description, I'm sure. And of course, keep it subscribed here for much more motoring news, good and bad.